Hello, and welcome to Stock Market Fever. Today is Tuesday, June 14th, and what a difference 2 days makes. Last Friday, the U.S. government announced that the Consumer Price Index increased 1% in May on a seasonally adjusted basis after rising 0.3% in April, representing the highest showing of inflation in 40 years. Wall Street had been hoping, praying, and wishing for lower numbers to give a Fed a reason or an excuse to justify slowing down its relentless rise of interest rates started this spring. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell made his commitment for the Fed to battle relentless inflation this year, and in May he showed action behind his words by raising interest rates a half point.
We know that this is a time for us to be tightly focused on the path ahead and on getting inflation back down to 2%. We know how people are suffering from high inflation, and we have both the tools and the resolve to get inflation back down. And no one should doubt our resolve in doing that.
Wall Street has been in a dizzying swoon, followed by giddy, buy-the-dip buying sprees since then. But after last Friday's dismal report, the stock market has headed pretty much straight down across almost all sectors. Last Friday, the Dow dropped over 800 points, and yesterday, Monday, the Dow closed down again another 800-plus points to close at just over 30,500, its lowest point going back over a year. This fear is justified by past economic cycles, which show that whenever the government ratchets up interest rates to fight inflation, recessions follow. And this fear can create a self-fulfilling prophecy, as people expect businesses to become less profitable, and as they worry about their own job security, they spend less. And as people spend less, businesses start losing money, laying off workers, and so the cycle continues. But is now a time to panic? Is there ever a time to sell all of your stocks out of sheer fear and panic? We at Stock Market Fever say no. We believe that while the market could go through a painful down cycle in the short run, we should take control of our emotions and think in the long run. Perhaps we can take comfort in the wisdom of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who in his inauguration in 1933 cautioned an American public overwhelmed with fear from the Great Depression about the dire need to overcome it.
Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself, nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror.
We at Stock Market Fever know that overcoming fear is easier said than done, and that is why we are asking you, our Stock Market Fever community, for your advice. What do you recommend for people to do to overcome their fears? What strategies and techniques do you recommend to overcome anxiety, fear, or even panic? Have these strategies worked for you or anyone you know? And what advice would you offer our growing community on what to do next in the stock market? Is it time to pull out altogether? Or might it make better sense to change sectors? And what sectors of the economy do you believe will do best in the short and long run, and why? Please leave your thoughts and comments below, as we'd love to hear from you. And please be sure to like and subscribe to Stock Market Fever for future actionable stock market news, analysis, and alerts.